Week 2 power rankings. Let's talk about it. At 32, we have the Saints. They showed some gut. I actually was impressed with what I saw from Kellen Moore and Spencer Rattler. With that said, probably one of the worst teams in football this year. Everybody has them pretty much on the 32 spot. Could they be competitive with some teams? 100%. With that said, they're just not going to be fun to watch, and they're not going to be very good. Hopefully, the Benson family exercises patience with Kellen Moore like they did Dennis Allen, because otherwise this could be one and done. At 31, we had the Dolphins. My favorite thing to say about Miami is that they're allergic to a positive headline. And I say it pretty much every time I talk about the Dolphins because it's true. Tyreek Hill, it wasn't a crash out really. He was visibly upset. Everybody knows he's going to be traded before the season's over. The only reason why he might not get traded is because more stuff came out about one of his baby mamas. So is he even going to be available? Because there's even more accusations against Hill. So the Dolphins are just allergic to a good headline. I feel bad for Mike McDaniel. He's gone. Soft culture. Chris Greer, one of the worst general managers of all time, and he has somehow spent a decade in the league. Ridiculous. Feel bad for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Every time he's on the Dolphins, they suck. At 30, we have the Titans. I think this is the least talented team in football. I get it. They played an okay game. They almost lucked out into a win on the road against a team that has very high expectations in Denver. I think that was more about Denver just crapping the bed, specifically Bo Nix crapping the bed, than anything the Titans did. I think Brian Callahan is the worst coach in football. I think that the best thing about him is that his daddy coaches the offensive line. The offensive and defensive lines for Tennessee, they're kind of nice. Jeffrey Simmons, T'Vondre Sweat, I like that. I like that a lot. Everything else, awful. Awful. Feel bad for Cam Ward. I don't know why the Titans kept Brian Callahan. I'm not typically in favor of a one-and-done coach, but you really wanted to start your brand new, flashy franchise quarterback with Brian Callahan. Really? John Gruden was available. Ben Johnson was available. Bill give Bill Belichick. Anybody. I don't know, man. That was what they came up with. Ridiculous. 29, the Browns. I feel bad for my boy Joey Flacco. The Browns are going to be competitive, and they should have won against Cincinnati. I actually think the roster's not that bad. I just think they're a dysfunctional mess. Yeah, I mean, the defense is great. Jim Schwartz, awesome. Kevin Stefanski, I think, is a good offensive mind. Just feel bad because the Browns are the Browns. They're so dysfunctional. 28, we have the Panthers. They looked rough. And everybody was clamoring, so happy for Bryce Young last year.